Next thing on the A-level maths syllabus is Surds, which is also covered at GCSE level, but important to go over this stuff. Right, if we got real numbers A and B, then the square root of A multiplied by the square root of B is equal to the square root of A times B. The square root of A divided by the square root of B is equal to the square root of A divided by B. Right, so those are some important things to remember. The next thing we want to look at is simplifying surds using a couple of these rules. Say we've got the square root of 32. Well, we can use our rules A and B, and we can write this as the square root of 16, the square root of 2, the square root of 16 is 4, so this gives us 4 root 2. How do we know this is the simplest form? Well, 2 cannot be split into two separate square numbers, can it? So this is the simplest form, and the way you do that is you make sure you're bringing out the biggest square number factor from under the square root. In this case, that's 16. Right, the next thing that you have to be able to do with surds is rationalize the denominator. Say we have a simple example, 1 over root 2. Well, that's equal to 1 over root 2 multiplied by root 2 over root 2. And why? Because root 2 over root 2 is 1. So you times anything by 1, it's the same. But this gives us root 2 over, by our surd rules, root 4, which is equal to root 2 over 2. Okay, and this explains what we mean by rationalize. We want to get rid of all essentially irrational numbers from the bottom, and the irrational numbers are the surds. Okay, because root 4 is not irrational, because root 4 is equal to 2. Okay, but some surds, well, it's only a surd if it is irrational. If it's a square root that is not equal to some sort of fraction. Alright. There's other types that you have to be able to rationalize. Say we have 1 over, and it doesn't always have to be 1 over, it can be anything, but just for ease of the examples, and 3 minus root 5. Well, the rule here is we want to multiply by 3 plus root 5 over 3 plus root 5, and you want to do this whatever these numbers are on the bottom, you just change the sign of this bottom expression. And the reason you do this is you can see we get the 3 plus root 5 here, but on the bottom we get 3 minus root 5 multiplied by 3 plus root 5. And this is something called the difference of two squares, so I'm sure you're all familiar with that. But the middle terms essentially will cancel each other out, because you get a plus 3 root 5 and a minus 3 root 5. So all you have to worry about is multiplying the end terms by each other. So we still have the 3 plus root 5 on the top, and then we have a 9 minus root 5 times root 5, well, and that's just 5. So you can see by the middle terms cancel each other out, they're the terms that involve surds. So you get rid of the surds and you rationalize the denominator as you were planning to do. And this is equal to 3 plus root 5 over 4. Excellent. Right. That is pretty much all we have to look at in terms of surds. Hopefully this quick recap was useful for you. If you've got any questions about surds, let me know in the comments down below. But for now, please like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.